I'll mute myself here on Discord then, and I'll only talk through the Steam stream. Okay, so I'll go through this again. Melee group here, melee group here, melee group here, melee group here. Mobs are gonna spawn from here, 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 and here, and they're gonna go from test, 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 test. Okay. So there's gonna come legionnaires, melee guys out from here, and they're gonna come casters out from here. Melee casters are hurting a lot, and legionnaires not. Tanks are gonna help people get them. Melees are to focus on these guys. Range can shoot on them and do whatever they want, but the ranged are mostly there to kill big drakes that comes out. They hit very hard and needs to be killed ASAP. That's basically the fight. All the eggs are gonna get destroyed. When the last egg is destroyed, you can't mind control Razorgo anymore, and he's gonna go for the tank. He's gonna cast Conflagrate once in a while, just like Dracusath. The tank is gonna stand here with the Conflagrate, and he needs a bit of extra help. He does AoE damage, just like Dracusath, and when he has Conflagrate, he's gonna Razorgo is gonna look at the other tank. So you have to stay up below the second tank's threat on this fight. So not the first tank, but the second tank. So don't go over that. All the ranged are gonna stand over here. These pillars are gonna provide you with line of sight, so you don't get killed by his AoE skills. He does some fireball shit. So if melee you don't get heals, you can either run to here, or you can run all the way back here. And that's basically the fight. Okay, so okay, the main tank is gonna be here, and the conflagrate tank are gonna be here. Okay, second boss is called Valestris. We do not cross in here before. Yes, the conflagrate you can. Okay, we are gonna go in here. We do not cross these two things here, because when we get in here, there's these goblins, technicians, and we wanna kill these, so we're gonna send in. Everybody's gonna go in here at the same time and kill these fuckers, because we need some sand from them. So just remember, do not go in here. This boss is activated, so there's some role playing first. The main tank is gonna stand here. The off tanks are gonna stand here. The off tank is gonna stand here. And the off tank has to make sure that he doesn't get cleaved here. Warriors have a tendency to aggro on this fight, so they're gonna stand here. Don't stand so far back that you get tail wiped, but don't stand so far up that you're gonna get hit when the off tank is gonna get it. So that's this. The rest of you, rogues and shit, gonna stand here, and mages, priests, so on, is gonna stand here. Rogues, when the first tank gets burning adrenaline, you pop vanish, and then you're good to go. This fight is special because you have unlimited resources on this fight, so you can't go So priest, we're gonna use prayer of healing. We're gonna be spread out in groups. We're gonna use flash heal. We're gonna use renews, shields, and so on. Don't use the slow heals; they're not useful because he's casting out fire damage to the entire raid all the time. So fast heals, shamans of course chain heals and so on. Druids, you cast druid things. I don't know what you do. Druid keeps HOTS on the main tank and the off tank. He casts something called Burning Adrenaline on someone. That means that all your spells are going to be instant, as well as you have unlimited mana, so it's just global cooldowns. If you get this Burning Adrenaline on you, it's going to take down your health percent-wise. So you're going to get lower and lower and lower health, so you can't be kept up. As soon as you get it, you move down here. There's probably going to be a DBM timer and shit to warn you about it, but you're going to go down here and you're going to die. The third time you get someone gets burning adrenaline, it's gonna be the one. It's gonna be the tank. So he's gonna take it and he's gonna stand here and be standing here. So the off tank knows that when he dies here, then it's his turn. But you don't want to stand too close, so you get the bomb, and you do not want to get cleaved too, but you don't want to tail swipe the entire raid. That's why this dance here is a bit important. And when he swaps, the healers has to make sure that they are swapping fast enough. You can use fire protection potions here. I'll let someone who knows about potions talk about that, but that's basically it. This fight is all about pushback for casters and unlimited resources, so it's fun being a rogue or a warrior here. Okay, this trash pack is a bit tricky, so we're gonna be extra tricky. This guy hits like a fucking truck, so we're gonna put a hunter on this guy and kite him. So you stand here, you get the initial pull, so you do aim shot, whatever, distracting shot, whatever you got, and you do this, you jump down here, and you run out here, and you kite him around here. Whenever some tank tells you to come back, you come back in the room, and we kill him. Furthermore, there's two bitches here. This guy and this guy. We're gonna sleep them with druids, so Suru's gonna get this one, and Nixa is gonna get this one. That leaves us with this one, and this one. This one we're gonna pull down here, and we're gonna basically spread them out here on 3 tanks. So Alyra is gonna stand here, Bachi is gonna stand here, and the dude is gonna stand here or something. I don't know. It's not that important. Those 3 are the easy ones. We kill those first. We call in the big guy, kill him, go up here, kill wherever Nyx or Surish gets them standing. We kill them here. A good idea is to keep casting sleep on them so that you interrupt their casts, but they die pretty fast when the entire raid is on them. When you get up here and there's only a tank, or the tank, wait for the raid to get up here. Don't just pull them because, yeah, it's hard for healers to keep the raid up here. And you kill the other one. After that, do the same with this guy, this group here. Wanna add something? Eroding is only outside. Okay, this is the famous suppression room. These guys hurt, so we pull them back here. We're gonna pull this one back and kill it. We're gonna pull this one back, kill it, and you get my drift. Rogues, when Body pulls these whelps down, he's gonna pull them down here and he's gonna stand over here. He's gonna tank a lot of these whelps. It's your job to, I think the sheet says 1, 2, 3, 4 or something like that. When the raid moves forward, you move with us. But as long as I want a rogue to be back here all the time. If these are up, it's gonna slow everybody down. Car speed is gonna be slowed, attack speed is gonna be slowed, and so on. But if you're in stealth, you disarm trap. This goes down, and it doesn't affect anyone, and we can pass it. Buddy's gonna be tanking all these whelps with the engineering shield and all that shit. When he calls for AoE, everybody is gonna go and smash them. And make sure that you do some focused AoE. Don't like AoE out here and stuff, so you pull an extra pack and stuff. Be pretty precise about it. And when he says AoE, you use your mana on that shit. Okay, there's these three guys here. They hit pretty hard, but they can be sheeped. We'll pull them back, and we'll sheep them, like try and time it to around here, or something like that. And we're gonna kill them one by one. Everybody is on one target. Another one gets broken, and build some thread up on it so we can go all out, and everybody's on that. But make sure you finish them off, and don't change targets too fast. When we are about, I can't remember if it's this one or this one we can pull down there. But when we get around here, let's just say here. When that's dead, we're gonna start moving up here. So Barty is probably gonna call for killing the whelps she has at that point. We're gonna kill them, and we're gonna move up here slowly. And we're gonna kill the last of these talon hatches. And when those are killed, we're gonna move up here. All of this is gonna be done on one mana pool, by the way. So don't blow your load. Make sure that you have mana to AoE if you're a AoE class, and so on. I think this pack is gonna get pulled back too. They patrol, so they're not gonna stand right here. I'm not quite sure about that. But will tell you afterwards. I'll just explain the rest of it. Okay, we go up here. This is what we call a safe spot. We're gonna pull the whelps from here and here, and kill them pretty fast. And everybody's gonna get full mana here. Remember, for the full mana, Buddy's gonna pull this one. These, we're gonna kill them the same way if you did the others. This, I think, gets pulled over too. Then you move over to here, you move here, and you move in here. Everybody's gonna stand in here. Then the rogues and the tanks and so on are gonna stand here. We're gonna pull this one. I think there is another group down here somewhere. I think you can pull this one too, but it's not just... Whenever Buddy says move, we move to the spots, and this is a spot we move to, and this is a spot we move to. This is the final spot. This is spot we get full mana here. We pull the last of these, kill it, and get full mana. And after that, it's Broodlord time, but I'll let Buddy add what he wants now. Okay, no questions. Broodlord. He hits pretty hard. He has a Mortal Strike uh, that puts a Mortal Strike debuff on the main tank, and he has an AoE damage that is a blast wave that knocks away every melee and the tank and so on. The Mortal Strike reduces threat that tank have. So again, you do not want to be second on threat, you want to be third. So if you are high up on threat, don't be, or be ready to die in a quiet way. I can't remember. I think we said that the tank was gonna be standing here. You have to add this buddy, I can't remember. Okay. Casters are gonna stand here. They're gonna pew pew and heal heal. Whenever the tank gets a Mortal Strike, I want a priest to cast a shield on him immediately after, and the rest of the priest and shamans, and mainly the priests, gonna precast a big heal to land after that. It's every 30 seconds approximately that he Mortal Strikes, so you know that. If you don't have a big cast precasted, then you're just gonna flash heal him off. Help as good as you can. Shamans, if you have nothing to heal, then you're just chain spamming chain heals on him. And melees, you can anticipate the blast wave and stand here and avoid it sometimes. Most of the times not. If you get so low that you think you're gonna die, bandage, eat a potion, go out here. If you're high in threat meter, I never want to see you over here, because, well, I don't. I'd rather you just die here and complain afterwards or something. If a caster should get aggro, pop a lip immediately. If you don't have lips, you're probably not gonna get in the next raid. That's pretty much it. He's not that hard. Chain heal should sort all the melees out with the heals, and let's hope our priest and druid know what they're doing. I completely agree. Okay, we're moving on. After this loop pinata, we get to these technicians. And they are linked with these. They throw bombs, AoE bombs. So if you're melee, you're probably never gonna get near these guys because you'll probably die from it. A mage is gonna pull them. He's gonna, like this pack, he's gonna pull from around here, line of sight them, get aggro on them. The rest of the mages and warlocks and so on are gonna AoE them down. It's very simple. It takes a bit of time to get used to, but yeah, it's not that hard. You do not go into this room if you're not the main tank or the mage or something like that, because this guy here patrols. That's the next boss. But we wanna clear out some space before we get to him. So we're gonna clear these 6 here, kill them. We're gonna clear a bit here and press these down, so on. It takes a bit of time, but it's not that bad. After those are dead, we're getting these packs. Again, technicians, mage is gonna take care of these. These hurt, so release, and I think they cleave too. So body is gonna tank that. I think it was here he wanted to tank that. And you stab, and the mages do that. But don't get near them before the mage has control of them, and he's getting all the aggro from those, because then you're gonna die. Then we have this pack here. Again, technicians, same as before. And there should be something else here. No? Still, again, one of these packs. Pull this guy. Immediately take care of him. Okay, these we wait with until Firemo is dead. Firemo gets pulled back here. The main tank is gonna stand around here. It's important that he doesn't stand in here because there's some line of sight shit there. He's gonna stand here and tank. The main raid is gonna stand out here. And sometimes if you get placed like correctly, you can line of sight the dragon and still hit the tank if you get positioned correctly. But we're gonna have 2 healing groups here, 1 and 2. So one can go out, heal the tank, and heal the off tank if need be. And the other can heal melee and get, well, the mechanics of that I'm gonna explain now. So Firemo has something called Flame Buffet or something like that. It's a debuff that takes, every time you get a debuff of it, a tick up of it, you're gonna take a certain amount of damage. Let's just say 100 damage for the first one. The next one is 200, the next one is 400, 800, 1600, and so on. I think it's 6 debuffs. I'll figure that out for you on the day we raid. I think after 6, everybody other than the tank is gonna die from that. So you just stand out here. Melees can stand here and here, and I can get fast and stab again. Ranged can stand here. If you have fire gear as a mage, fire resist gear as a mage, you can do more damage than without it. It's a strange fight, but don't expect to break any records on this one. Mages or warlocks. The off tank, he casts a wing buffet just like Onyxia does. So the off tank is gonna stand here, and he's gonna hide here for every time the wing buffet comes. When the wing buffet comes, he runs down here, and he taunts, and he takes off the wing buffet. He's gonna get decreased in aggro, and that's fine. And the main tank is gonna taunt him off again. The off tank goes back here, his wing buffets, his debuffs runs off, and he's ready for the next one again. So that's basically what he does. He's gonna have a healer or 2 stand here, but they're gonna be able to see him all the time here. When he runs out, they make sure that he's topped off and so on. And when he comes back, they make sure that he's topped off again. The main tank is probably gonna wear some fire resist gear, so he will just stand here. The tanks are gonna figure that out. It doesn't matter anything for the entire raid. And yeah, that's it. It's a pretty simple fight. I can try. Okay, these I can't remember. I know these fuckers stun and cleave and are generally annoying. So if you're attacking this, you need a free action potion. I think these cleave too. Better you take this, I can't remember. Vulnerabilities. Spell vulnerability. Okay, now we get to these warlocks. They summon Felguards and shit. They're annoying. Uh, Technicians again, same thing as all the time. Mage is gonna pull from down here, get them around here, so they don't bomb the raid. The technicians, that is. The warlock is gonna be killed over here. Those are primary targets, warlocks. The overseer is gonna get tanked somewhere, I don't know. A hunter's probably gonna pull it out here for another tank. And then there's a spellbinder. They suck. So we're gonna kite those with a hunter, and he's gonna distracting shot or whatever they do, run them all the way back here. And whenever we say come back with it, feign death, they come back, melees take them and kill them. It can get a bit confusing, these packs in the beginning, but it's nothing we won't handle. Okay, when it's time to get up here for the mage, we want to kill this group first, but there's a little trick here because the mage can't go up here and pull because then he won't get any spells off. He has to like go up here, hit them here, and don't pull them here. So it's around here. You go and shoot this one. And like he said, spellbinder, warlock, and overseer. Same procedure. This one gets pulled the same way. We'll pull it all the way back there because, yeah, shit gets hectic up here. This is the group where there's 2 spellbinders. We're just gonna get 2 hunters, kiting one each. And when we say get them back, we're probably gonna kill it all in the same place because it's easier to do that way. Later on, it's probably gonna change, but don't worry about that now. These 3 hit hard. They have vulnerabilities, so sometimes you can change them. I think in the beginning we're just gonna focus them down, don't care about the vulnerabilities, just try and kill them. Mages, you put detect magic on them so you can change between fire and cold. If it's nature, don't go crazy shamans. It's gonna look cool with some big numbers, but you're there to heal. Same goes for druids. And priests, well, yeah, whatever. Fabs, backup tank to pick them up, and so on. It's probably the hardest pull in here. This guy here, he's the one that teaches you to... Go ahead. Yeah. This guy gets mind controlled, and he can teach miners how to smelt Elementrium. So someone should do that so we can get a Thunder Fury. All of this shit has to be looted because there can be Elementrium on all of these, and Smash has bindings, and we want Thunder Fury, so we do that. Okay. I don't think there's anything to add on this. There's probably going to be some tank positioning, but we can do that on the day. Right? I'll take. Okay, these two dragons are loot pinatas. They are hilariously easy. Ebon Rock is gonna get pulled down here. It's gonna be a tank here. He's gonna be the wing buffet tank, and there's gonna be 2 or 3 tanks here. He casts a debuff on the tank if the tank hits him when he has. I can't remember. If there's a debuff, the tank is not supposed to hit him. If you have the debuff, you're gonna heal him for 25,000 if you hit him with a debuff, so another tank is gonna taunt him off. It's a big joke. If you get the breath from him, you're gonna die, so everybody's gonna keep their Onyxia hide cloaks on. We're gonna provide those. I've seen a lot of questions about that. We have the Onyxia hide cloaks sorted. You don't have to think about it. They're gonna be delivered to you on the daily raid, so that's fine. It's a Joker boss, and everybody's gonna kill him in the first try they pull him. I don't think anyone has anything to add on this fight. Okay, this guy is a loot pinata too. He enrages, I think. Shatter Breath again. Keep the cloak on just for safety. I can't even remember what he does. He's just gonna die. Buddy, tell me what he does. Okay, yeah, Trank Shot. I forgot that part, but yeah. Another pack of these. They hit hard, they're annoying. They can wipe you. Let's hope they don't. And now for the Big Daddy. This is, in my opinion, the hardest boss in the entire raid. Chrome Magus. He looks awesome, and he's cool. Okay. Okay. The main tank is gonna pull him. Let's go back. He has 3 abilities. He has Frenzy. The Hunter's gonna trank that ASAP. You're gonna have a rotation up. You're gonna have 2 on the rotation, and you're gonna have 1 backup. The backup, if you miss the other hunters, you yell backup or whatever, and the 3rd hunter is gonna do that. It's very important to trank him because he's gonna eat the tank alive if he's frenzied. I don't care if you don't do any damage on the Swide hunters. You can do whatever you want as long as you trank. I am very happy about your performance here. Okay. Besides that, he has 2 breaths. Those 2 breaths, like I told Buddy and Nixa the other day, this week it's gonna be red. That's the fire one. And blue. So this week, he's gonna every minute, 30 seconds, he's gonna cast a breath, and that breath is gonna do something. The red one is gonna put a dot on the tank and everybody else that's in line of sight when he does it. So whenever DBM or someone announces a breath, you wanna start moving 4 or 5 seconds before that. The tank is gonna be standing on this line here. Right? It's important. And the casters and healers are gonna stand here. This is the line before. I think you know what this means. That means that we can heal without him getting a breath on us. So we don't have to move back and forth all the time to heal. The melees can hide right here. If you need heals from something, you move out here. Don't expect to get heals or decurses or dispels or anything when you stand in here. Every breath, if you have a debuff, you move out here and you're probably gonna get it removed. Restorative potions. If you ever hit 3 debuffs, it's something he casts randomly on the raid. There's 4 different ones. There's a curse. There's 5 different ones. There's a curse, there's a poison, there's a disease, and there's a magic, and there's a special one. Shamans, you're gonna be focusing on diseases and poisons. I'm gonna assign that before we start. Totems, of course, if it's in your group, keep the totem down, one of them, and do the other one with your spells. It's very important to have good unit frames on this so you can see it. Priests, we're gonna assign one priest, is probably gonna be me, to do all the magics. And mages, we're gonna split you out in like we usually do. You can choose one to do it all, or you can choose to have a group each with something like that. If someone gets all 5 of these, he's gonna turn into a mini version of these, and he's gonna do a lot of damage. You used to be able to sheep them. I don't know if they fixed that later on, but we don't want people to change into this. It's highly annoying and it's very avoidable. There's one called bronze. You can remove that with sand. Let's see if any of these have. I guess I want some Draconic Avengers. It stuns you. It has a chance of stunning you. And that's why I said before, when the breath comes, I know it doesn't take 5 seconds to move from here to here. But if you see the breath comes, and there's 2 seconds, and that's what it takes you, and you get stunned here, that means you're dead. So I'd rather that you are safe and get stunned in here, get stunned, go out, stabby stabby, and so on. So 4 or 5 seconds before, toggle out amount you, see what you want. I think it's 5 seconds, but I don't remember that exactly. The day we get something called time lapse, this entire fight is gonna change drastically, and I think I'll go through that on the day. These things here are breaths. He's gonna stand very still. It's gonna be 1 tank at 20%. He's enraging. Enraging plus frenzied means very bad damage. So if it gets that before a breath, I don't care if the hunter goes out and dies. He'll get a combat rest and so on. Frenzied plus enraged means a dead tank usually. So we want to avoid that. Yeah, that's about it. Fun fight. The first raid, we're probably not gonna give it to like Zerx was saying, the First raid we're probably not gonna have a lot of sand, so we're gonna give that to whatever the main tank is, because it's important that he can mitigate all the damage. Later on, we'll probably give it to everybody, but not the first raid. Yeah. Yeah, hunters too. If you ever get 3... Yep, headgear. If you ever get 3 of them, you chuck a restorative potion. Restorative potions are mandatory in the beginning, and they're probably the most important potion you can bring to the raid, if you ask me. Headgears on hunters. Good point. I don't care about your DPS here. Yeah, and I don't know if I made this clear. The bronze, that's just the stun that you use sand for. Nobody can remove that. It's paladins can bubble it, and you can die and remove it, but that's it. It can't be dispelled or anything like that. Okay. If there's no more questions, we'll go to the daddy of daddies. Ice block can remove it too, yeah. But nobody has that, so... maybe. It's hard to see all the debuffs. I think I have a weak aura. It's gonna tell me how many debuffs everybody has, but it's the first ID, so I'm not sure if it works or something like that yet, but hopefully. I hope that the debuffers are on point, and they do what they're supposed to. Okay, Nefarian. Okay, like you just saw, you talk to him, and he activates. When we activate him, we're gonna have a tank standing right here. We're gonna have a tank standing here. All the melees are gonna be standing around here, and all the casters are gonna be standing in the middle here. Make sure you can hit both tanks if you're a healer, because in this case, one of the sides is gonna be red and the other side is gonna be blue, like we saw before in the drakes on the wall. The red side does substantially more damage than the blue side does. Shamans, if you're on this side, you cast Frost Protection Totem down. If you're on this side, you cast Fire Protection Totem. Every red is gonna come from one side. We don't know that before the fight starts. So in this case, mages would be focusing on the red side, because the blues are resistant to frost, obviously. And the red side is the nasty one, so we will want them to die as fast as possible. Depending on the setup, hunters and warlocks would be on the opposite of the mages, but since we have so many mages, maybe we're gonna get 2 melee groups or 3 melee groups out here. I'm not sure about that yet. We're gonna see what colors we're gonna get. The green, for instance, they don't do any damage. The blue is not too bad, and so on. There's gonna come 2 different dragon kinds out from here. Big ones, small ones. Big ones, very important that you focus them, and very important that you don't pull aggro from them in melee, because they are gonna kill you. It's nice to have them die at around the same place. So if we have one big pile here, like the tank, make sure that, well, try at least to make sure that they die pretty close to each other, so don't pull aggro from the backline. I want a slow trap from each hunter here. If we have 2 hunters, I want one here as well. Want this area to be slowed where they come. Like, if you see the tank stands here and they come like that, I want this area slowed all the time. If we start to get problems, like that they start to overrun us and we don't can keep up with DPS, mages use Frost Nova. On Pure, I'm sure you can set up a rotation to tell if a tank yells out their Nova, you're gonna help them and make sure that we don't get shit in our faces here in the mill camp. We don't want anyone in here. We want everything out here, everything out here. All the while we're killing, Nefarian is gonna walk around and cast Shadow Bolts on random people. It's usually on healers, so yeah, make sure that we chop each other off as well. He casts Shadow Bolts. If you go low, you can use a Shadow Protection Potion. I don't know. You don't get aggro, he just gets mad at people and shoot them, I think. I guess you could pre-pop it, yeah. Yeah, well, you all know my stance on pre-popping shit, so. This is the main part of the fight. This is where we will know if we can kill him or not. If this is too much for us, then we're not gonna kill him either. Go ahead, Nexa. Well, as you all know, I'm a boomer, and we couldn't use marks back when I killed him, so. Okay, at some point, he's gonna get tired of this, and he's gonna yell some shit and do some RP, and he's gonna turn into Big Dragon. When he does that, I don't know if I can do this. He's basically gonna turn into Onyxia. With dragon abilities. He's gonna get picked up by Buddy, I think. And he's gonna tank him around here. Looking up like this. He's a dragon, so he has a tail swipe, of course. See, casting this. Ah, can I? Okay, I can explain from here. Sorry about that. Don't stand behind him. All of the casters and shit. No, not all. Healers and hunters can stand over here. Warlocks are gonna stand here. And mages are gonna stand here. Warriors are gonna stand here. And rogues are gonna stand here. He has something called class calls. Every class has something different. Important ones that you should be aware of is that when he calls the warlocks, they're gonna summon infernals, and when they hit the ground, they stun. That's why warlock stands down here. Those infernals are gonna go for the healers, so kill them. I think we're gonna place mages and warlocks in the same spot, so mages can help with the infernals. They're pretty easy to kill, and yeah, you should just kill them as fast as possible. Mages class call, they start polymorphing randomly, and it's fucking annoying. So if they stand among the healers, they're gonna polymorph them, and you can't dispel it. And the tank is probably gonna die. If they stand alone, they're just gonna polymorph each other, and it doesn't matter. Warriors class call is that they get stuck in Berserker stance, so they're gonna take 20% extra damage, the tank including. So we're gonna heal some more at that point. He fears, so there's some stance dancing involved too. Remember Trauma Totem. Rogues, when he calls you, he says, "Come face me," or something like that, and he's gonna place you right in front of him. When he does that, you can't move. You get rooted in place. So Buddy is gonna either move to the side or do the boomer trick, is go through him and face him this way. And if he breaths you, pop a shadow protection potion. If he breaths you again, I don't know, you're probably gonna die. At 20%, all of these we killed back here and here are gonna come back as skeletons. That's why we have Stratholm Holy Water as a requirement, and they're gonna aggro randomly. It's probably gonna be here because we're healing down here. So hunters, if you prematurely, can put a trap here and put a trap here. Mages, make sure you collect them together. Frost Nova, so on. Off tank, Allura, the dude, I don't know who's gonna be, is gonna go out there and help and put them together. And you AoE the shit out of them. Melees, stay on him. Use cooldowns, try and get him down as fast as possible. That's it. Hunter's class call, sorry I didn't say that. If you shoot while he has you as a class call, you break your bow. So either bring extra bows, don't shoot, or bring a repair bot. It's expensive doing the repair bot one, but that's up to you. It is not the hardest fight, but it's... oh, priest class call. If you use heals, you put a dot on the tank, whoever you heal, and it stacks, so if all the priests just keep spamming heals, you're gonna kill whoever you heal, so you don't heal on that. You cast Renews, one casts Renew, another one casts Shield. The druid heals big, the shamans save mana for that. It's very important that the shamans are very conservative with their fight, because their class call is that they cast random totems that cost mana. So you're probably going to be close to all the time. So it's very important that you save your mana cooldown and your rune cooldown to when the priests get their call, because you really need to heal for the priests there. Druid class call is they get stuck in cat form or bear form or some shit. It doesn't matter at all. When the shaman class call is there, all the rogues and mages help smash totems, because if you cast a Wind Fury totem, it's gonna help Nefarian, and he's gonna get Wind Fury. So if there's a Wind Fury totem, you focus that shit as much as you can. And yeah. Did I forget something? The Veil? Not sure what that means. Veilage. I don't know what that is. Oh. Well, you're gonna stop on some of them. The problem is